In this city of night, in this city of millions, there are countless stories. This is one of two lovers who shared a bond that changed their lives forever. It is my story. Her compassion opened my heart to a world where goodness and truth were stronger than hate or fear. Then, one day, she was taken from me by the forces of evil she had battled so bravely. And now, alone with her memory, yet armed with her courage, I have sworn to fight those who would kill, or harm, or destroy, in the hope that one day I will find what all men seek to find, my destiny.
Vincent? I was hoping you'd come.
I wanted to see you. Thank you for everything.
It's over now. He's dead. Gabriel's dead.
For so long, he was a shadow between us.
When I was alone in that room with him, everything seemed so simple, so...
Clear.
I knew exactly what I was thinking. But when I try remembering, it's almost as if it never even happened.
Memory can be a forgiving thing.
I don't want to forget.
Sometimes it's best to forget.
I don't believe that.
Diana, there's something that I've kept from you. A secret that I couldn't share with you before about where I live, those I live among.
I know about Jacob.
Yes, but there are many others. Good people whose lives depend upon the secret of how and where we live.
I've tried imagining, but...
It is a more wonderful place than you could imagine, because it is real. Ours is a world woven of the most delicate threads. Our only protection against those who would threaten us is trust.
Tell me more about this world.
No. Let me show you.
Mate.
Hey, where did you learn that?
Where do you think?
Oh, I don't remember teaching you that.
Apparently not.
How much do I owe you?
$10,500.
Put it on the tab.
Yeah, I know. You up for another game?
Tomorrow night, I'll teach you a few new tricks.
Yeah.
Chamber of the Winds.
It's amazing.
The source remains a mystery, but the water is pure. Past that point, there is an inlet where we used to swim as children. We would shed all our clothes and dive in, but we couldn't stay in for long. Come. Today is the naming ceremony for my son. It's the reason why I wanted you to be here.
Together, we have weathered a storm, a great storm, which at times I feared might never pass. Finally, it did pass. After much sorrow and loss, the time of darkness has ended, bringing us to this day, allowing us a time of peace and rejoicing.
Holding my son in my arms, I feel as though 2 lives have been given to me. There are no words to express the depth of my gratitude to each of you, to all of you, my family.
It has been said that the child is the meaning of life. The truth of that has never been more apparent to me than it is on this day, when we celebrate this new life that has come into our world. We welcome the child with love, that he may be able to love. We welcome the child with gifts, that he may learn generosity. And finally, we welcome the child with a name.
I've named my son Jacob.
Well, in honor of young Jacob, William has prepared a king's feast in the Great Hall.
Hi, Diana. I'm Olivia. And this is Luke. It's nice to meet you. Come on
now. Well, we better not let young Luke eat anymore, otherwise we'll never be able. Jessica? Well, how on earth did you find out?
Sebastian told me everything. But as you said yourself a few moments ago, all that's over with now. And you have so much to be thankful for.
Yes.
It was a beautiful ceremony, Jacob. But would you mind terribly if I called you Grandpa?
Yes. But you haven't told me yet what you're doing here. The last I heard of you were in London, right?
Oh, that was 5 years ago.
Yes, and we haven't met since, when was it?
Winterfest, 1972.
Oh, I don't care to do the arithmetic on that.
Oh, I wouldn't let you.
Look, why don't you join me at the feast?
Oh, I'd love to.
Well, we'd better hurry. Otherwise, I'm going to miss my own toast. Well, it's delightful seeing you again.
Oh, it's wonderful to see you, and you haven't changed, Jacob.
Oh, wait, there you are. You don't mean that. It's nice to hear.
Sinai Desert. Yes, with two of the most obnoxious men I have ever met in my life. Two blowhard journalists who couldn't stop bragging about the prizes they'd won and the bullets they'd dodged. And then the back tire went out. Well, would you believe neither one of these heroes knew how to change a wheel? And there was I, down on my hands and knees in the middle of the Sinai Desert trying to change this wheel.
I wish I'd been there. Mind you, I don't think I'd have been much help myself.
Oh, for you, I would gladly have changed a tire, Jacob.
It's so good to see you again.
You too.
I kept all your letters.
Why did we ever stop writing to each other?
Anyway, we mustn't allow another 5 years to pass between us without a word.
Okay. What about tomorrow?
Tomorrow?
My show opens tomorrow.
Your show?
Well, that's the whole reason I'm in town. The Wyndham Gallery is doing a retrospective of my work. Now, what better way could there be for you to find out what I've really been up to for the last 5 years? Oh, come on, Jacob. Stop trying to think of reasons not to come.
All right, then. Tomorrow.
All right.
I'm always chipping these things. So I'll drink from this side. It won't kill me. I'm glad to hear you're doing better. I know it hasn't been an easy time for you. Tell me, do you take cream or sugar?
This is where we began.
Now I know how Alice felt.
I'm sorry the Mad Hatter couldn't be at the feast.
Well, I think that mouse was about all I could have handled. I want to thank you for making me feel so welcome.
You felt welcome because you are welcome. If ever you need a home or a place to rest, these tunnels and chambers will be kept warm for you by friends.
When will I see you again?
I don't know.
Goodbye, Vincent.
Goodbye.
Joe.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, well, thanks for the extra time. I needed it. What have we got?
Older man, late 60s. Strangled to death sometime last night.
Strangled how?
Bare hands, it looks like. Apparently, he let the killer in. There was water on the stove, a couple of mugs with tea bags, and,
Something else. What is it?
follow me. Jimmy. Jimmy Faber, Diana Bennett.
Hiya, Bennett. Long time.
Hi, Jimmy.
Little early for big guns, ain't it? I mean, not that we don't welcome your help, Detective.
What have you found so far?
Wife's fine, kids are fine. Jimmy Jr. starts NYU next month. Can you believe it? I got a kid in college.
Jimmy, please.
This is where it happened. Scuff marks on the floor. Not much of a struggle, judging from the glassware. Now, this is where it starts getting weird. The guy drags the victim into this room, props him against the wall, then he pulls up a chair like this, real close, like he's having a conversation with the victim. You want to know what he does next, Miss Bennett? He plays Picasso. Yeah. He paints the guy's face with some kind of white powder or dust or something. Like a death mask.
I want to see him.
Guys, give a little lady a look. Work of art, huh?
No one can tell me. Nobody knows where the wind comes from, where the wind goes. It's flying from somewhere as fast as it can. I couldn't keep up with it, not if I ran.
Vincent,
Come in, Mary.
how is he?
Fearless. Wonderful.
Such a miracle. Vincent, we've had some disturbing news from the world above.
What is it, Mary?
One of our helpers has been murdered.
Who?
Winston.
Winston. He lived with us once.
A long time ago, when you were still a small boy.
What has happened?
We don't know much yet. I've tried to find Father, but
Father's above,
above?
with Jessica seeing the photographs. We should send word.
Don't burden him with it. Nothing he can do, really. Let him enjoy himself. I'll see to the arrangements myself.
You know, Jessica, your photographs are absolutely marvelous.
Thank you. You know, you're so full of wonder, Jacob. Just like a child.
Second childhood, I'm afraid.
Nonsense.
Jessica, people.
Oh, thank you, Louis. I'll be right there. People. Look, there's a back door here. What do you think?
What do I think about what?
Escape. Leaving.
Jessica, this is your opening.
Oh, I brought you here to show you the pictures, not to subject you to a bunch of art hogs. Come on, let's get out of here.
You're upset because you're frustrated.
Psychics, palm readers. It's a load of crap. No offense, Bennett.
It's called behavioral criminology.
It's called the Department of Losing Confidence in the Tried and True.
Jimmy, I'm not asking you to cave in. I'm just asking you to give Diana a chance.
I've been on this case less than 12 hours. How's it supposed to look for me?
That's why you're here, to request her help.
We're dealing with a psychopath, Jimmy.
So what? I can't catch a psychopath? What is a psychopath anyway? So the guy smears white ash on their face after he kills them. In my book, he's still a murderer.
Jimmy.
Do we know for sure it was ash?
That's what the lab says. I got people out on the street checking trash can fires on vacant lots, taking samples.
So you're thinking that the killer was homeless?
Maybe.
You got any prints?
No, guy must have worn gloves the whole time.
Did you dust the faucet in the kitchen?
Why?
Maybe after this guy did his finger painting, he took his gloves off and washed his hands afterwards.
I'll check that.
So, Jimmy, we sanguine on this?
Oh, yes, we're sanguine. Since we're also gonna look pretty stupid when it turns out to be some bum he invited in for a hot meal. Arrivederci.
So did you have a good time today?
I had a wonderful time today.
I'm glad.
And this evening as well. But it's getting rather late.
Oh, it's only 2:30. It's early.
I have a long way home.
Why? I could always stay here.
Jessica.
Fire's still burning. There's a lot we haven't talked about. Besides, don't you know the streets are very dangerous after midnight?
Are they really?
Very dangerous. Come, Jacob. Let's sit by the fire. You know what I hate the most?
No, tell me. What do you hate most?
This promise we all live with. That there'll always be tomorrow. It's a terrible, unfair lie.
Oh, I don't know. I think we should all allow ourselves a little self-deception.
Oh, in our youth, maybe.
Are you happy, Jessica?
Are you?
At this moment, I'm very happy.
What about when you go back down there to your life down below? Will you be happy then? Can't you tell me?
It's a very complex question.
With a simple answer. Jacob, you know, we could be happy together. Is that such a crazy idea? Oh, I wouldn't expect you to give up your life down there, but if you lived up here in the city with me, you wouldn't have to.
Or you could live down in the tunnels with me.
Oh, I tried that once. Remember?
Yes.
Oh, Jacob, you're a man who spent his entire life creating a world for others, and to such an extent that you've not allowed yourself one moment's peace because of it. I'm a woman who's about to celebrate her first half-century. The thought of spending the next half-century on my own frightens the hell out of me. That's who I am.
Jessica.
I didn't plan for this to happen, you know.
I know. Pascal has just told me about Winston. Why wasn't I contacted? You knew where I was.
What could you have done? Mary is arranging a memorial service for tomorrow. She was hoping you would say something.
Yes. Yes, of course.
How was your time with Jessica?
I'm not sure. I think we fell in love. If such a thing is possible, I don't know. All I know is I want to be with her.
And she feels the same way.
She's amazing, Vincent. So alive. So willing to share love with an old man like me.
There isn't a man who better deserves a woman's love.
It's a very strange feeling for me, Vincent. It's actually physically painful not being with her.
I understand.
For Jessica, this could never be home. Living here again for her would be impossible.
But you would go above?
I don't know. have to sort things out in my mind.
Father, whatever path you chose, know that I would help you follow it.
Any luck with the prince from the faucet?
We only got 6 points. It's good for comparison, though.
Provided he gets careless again.
Provided he kills again. Just curious, Joe. This bigwig killed Elliot Birch and Kathy Chandler, this Gabriel. Was it really Bennett?
Yeah, it was.
How'd she do it?
I don't know. She made some jumps she never explained.
Shot the guy, didn't she?
Straight through the heart.
Your hands were clean. You like things clean, don't you? Were your gloves already on? Or did you put them on before you knocked? It was cold out that night. Inside, the air felt warm against your skin. As you talked, put your hands inside your pockets so you wouldn't see the gloves. You followed him into the kitchen, and you watched him make tea. You knew him from somewhere. You knew his name. Maybe you called out to him softly.
Deborah. Hello, Deborah.
Gregory?
You're strong. You crushed his windpipe with your 2 thumbs. No struggle. Did you watch him the whole time? Did he watch you? Why didn't you just leave him in the kitchen? Because you had to do something. You pulled up a chair and you took your gloves off. You're very careful with the ash. You didn't spill any on the carpets or his clothes. The ash was important to you. Where'd you keep it? In your pocket. No, not in your pocket. You would have wasted some. The ashes were important to you. You treasured them in your hand, your bare hand. They felt incredibly light and pure against your skin. Ashes. The cool remains of something that once lived. Death. Ashes. Human ashes.
Why is this happening? Doesn't anyone know? We're frightened. All the helpers are frightened. Winston, and now Deborah.
No one knows who is responsible for the terror that we are all feeling. But we mustn't let fear govern us.
Where is Father?
Vincent is the one dealing with this. Let's hear him out.
Now, above everything else, we must continue to organize ourselves and we must stay in constant communications. Now, I've asked all of the helpers to travel and to sleep in pairs. For those helpers who would like to stay down below, the Great Hall and several of the satellite chambers have been converted into dormitories.
There'll be plenty of food.
Good.
Is it true? Is it really true? Because I couldn't believe it when I heard it.
Mary, please.
How can you abandon us at such a time?
I'm not abandoning anyone.
Please, don't hide behind semantics. I deserve better.
There's nothing I could do that Vincent isn't already doing. Did you expect me to go on forever?
I'm not talking about forever.
Neither am I. A week or two at the most. And then, after that, we'll see.
But why do you even want to leave?
I don't want to leave, Mary. I just want to see if it's possible.
Because you love her?
I love her.
Mary?
I'll go the rest of the way by myself. It's not much further. And I know you have many things to attend to.
I'll keep you apprised. Please try not to worry.
How can I not worry?
Think of the joy. Think of the possibilities. Think of Jessica.
Vincent, you're always surprising me.
Be well, Father.
Vincent, please look after Mary.
I will.
Okay, people. I'm out there in 2 minutes. I need to know what you've got. I need to know it quick. Jimmy, what's up?
Well, it's the same killer. I think I speak for everybody when I say that.
We got one hair off the woman's coat. It matches samples from the other apartment. Our man has brown hair, about 37 years old.
We're still doing a full workup on the ash, but I have done the preliminary, and there's no question. It is the same.
Does the press know about the ash?
They know about painting the faces. They don't know about the ash.
Good. What else? Any connection between the victims?
They're both older, over 50. Other than that, we're just starting to dig.
You look worried, Bennett. What's up?
The killer's on a 7-day cycle. Kills every Thursday. We have 6 days before it happens again.
They're ready for you, Mr. Maxwell.
Okay. Thanks, everybody. Last night, Deborah White, a 56-year-old lawyer, was murdered outside of her place of employment. The manner in which she was killed is reminiscent of another homicide which occurred last week. The DA's office considers these incidents to be linked, and I'm here to announce the formation of a joint DA-NYPD task force headed by Chief Detective James Faber. Both he and I urge you and the public to remain calm and to avoid glorifying what is a tragic and possibly volatile situation. What I'm saying here is, let's not spur this guy on. Okay? That's it.
Mr. Maxwell, can you confirm reports of the killing spree running on Facebook?
I can't.
I'm remembering how I once loved this city at night. Imagined myself a part of it. Saw stories behind each and every light.
And now?
Now I am a stranger here,
You found Catherine in one of those lights.
and I lost her in another. I came here to ask you for your help.
What is it?
Last week, one of our helpers was murdered. We mourned for him. But then it happened again.
When?
Last night. Our fears are growing that our secret has been discovered, or that someone we know is trying to destroy us.
The helper who was killed. Was it a woman?
Yes.
Deborah White?
Yes, how did you know?
And the one before that, Winston Burke.
Diana.
I've been working on this case, Vincent. And I haven't been able to come up with anything. Until now, so. What else can you tell me?
Only that these were great friends to us. Diana, you must be very careful with this knowledge.
I know. Yeah, Jimmy, right, I know what time it is. I don't care. We got a lot of work to do. Look, I want you to pull the files on Deborah White and Winston Burke.